So I seen the comments, and you guys clearly want us to continue this Leticia Stauch case. Oh wait, no. Okay, somebody in the comments had told me they're losing their mind because I'm saying this fucking lady's name wrong. It's Leticia Stauch. I think that's how you say it. Stauch. It's a weird ass name, but anyway, for a weird ass lady, right? But anyways, we're continuing on. This is like the second or third interview that she has, but this time it's with the FBI. So she's back in the interrogation room. If you guys remember, like a few videos back, we did the whole interrogation video. Like, I think it was the second time she was being interrogated. You know, it's not good if they're interrogating you like 4 times. At this point, it's for court. You're going to court. Like, you're gonna have to fight that shit. But anyways, we have the FBI agent this time in a tiny ass room. Like, I'm telling, this room is probably 4 by 4. Shit. Yeah, probably, and it's all padded. It's a real psychological battle for her just to begin with, because you're in a cramped up room, you have this asshole FBI agent in front of you with a suit. It's not the easiest environment to be in.
It had nothing to do with harming Gannon. Why would you clean up the blood that's on the wall?
So you're saying you've never had anything happen in your house and you cleaned it up? Never. Like, you've never had, like...
Why would you cut out the carpet?
Why would you cut out the carpet? Let's throw you guys back real quick. Remember, she said that, he burned himself, right? Remember? He burned himself and caused a half gallon of blood to leak out into the carpet and onto the concrete below the carpet. My guy, you don't bleed from burns. Like, since when have you seen someone get burned and you're like, oh shit, you're bleeding everywhere? Like, come on, we're not stupid. You don't bleed from burns. So the fact that she's dancing around this bloody carpet question the entire time, you already know she's guilty. Like, there's certain things where you can just tell somebody's guilty. But anyways, let's continue.
Mm-hmm. Because I was going to get more carpet.
She was going to get more carpet.
The carpet has nothing to do with cutting it out. It's getting smell. It stunk. I couldn't breathe. None of us could breathe.
Did you say that Lena helped you clean up some of the blood on the wall?
Lena always helps us clean up everything. Lena helped us clean up the light switch. Lena helped us clean up when Gannon had a nosebleed. Okay?
But for this occasion, she helped with that.
Now you're going to walk me back through what we've already talked about. So you're now going
to... And in a future video, this is a 4-hour-long interrogation, and I found the video. So in a future video, I'm going to dissect the shit out of it, but it's going to take me hours. So, just wait for that. But this is like a good little segment, the main segment that everybody's paying attention to. But there's so many little things that this lady says over 4 hours where it's like, come on, bro. If you had to tell this exact same story one more time, like you just tell the same story, it would be impossible unless it was the truth, obviously. You know what I mean? How do you come up with the most elaborate story when it's a lie? Keep it straight, keep it simple. This lady, I'm telling you, she had, how many was it? 3-4 different scenarios. He hit his head. He caught the carpet on fire. That's how they had to replace the carpet. Bro, it's not gonna work out. You're not gonna remember everything. 4 hours of bullshit, you're not gonna remember everything. I promise you.
It would be like, an 8-year-old this and an 8-year-old that. There was all the time. Gannon was bleeding all the time. He'd have a nosebleed randomly at the drop of a dime. He'd bite his fingers, bleed all the time.
Would it help if I gave you a picture of the wall of what all showed up on it?
Sir, that's not going to get me to say anything to you because I didn't do anything.
Well, what I'm trying to appeal to, though, is, again, you weighing your options right now before we're gone.
I'm trying to appeal to. Have you ever heard someone tell you, I'm trying to appeal to something? Bro, he's literally telling her, lady, you're lying and I'm trying to give you a way out before we go any deeper. Shit. You think FBI doesn't know what blood splatter looks like on a wall from a gunshot? That's all they know. But no, it was he got burned and it was dripping and some got on the carpet, so you had to pull it up and replace it. That makes a lot of sense when there's a splatter on the wall on top of that. Okay.
sir.
Because you're taking a big risk, Leticia.
Sir, I believe in higher power. And that higher power is going to show the entire world. And when it does, I would never have to work a day in my life again. And that's going to happen. Guaranteed. Because I did not hurt, I did not dispose, kill, whatever you want to call these things that you're going to name out as verbs.
So, why did you confront her with the blood cleanup and, for instance, the carpet cutout?
We had talked about it before, but this is what I'm left with to speak with her about, is the evidence in the case to see if she'll move from where she was.
Were you trying to give her an opening to give you more details?
Yes, and I don't remember if I had brought up before Lana's participation in this, but I wanted to see
Lena, you mean?
Yeah, Lana's participation, and to see how she would react to that.
Yeah,
Again-
and even one of you guys in the comments hit me. You're like, yeah, and she even had her daughter help her move the body. What the fuck? Like, what the that's something you're gonna like, you know, when you have those little childhood memories and it's like, well, it's like hazy because, you know, childhood trauma, you probably blocked it out. And it's like, did that happen? Like, yeah, that was like a terrible thing that happened, huh? I'm just remembering that at 30. Like, imagine Lena, her daughter, she's gonna have the most crazy flashbacks. Good luck at 25. She gonna that's crazy. But anyways,
And is it consistent throughout the interview that she would resist those opportunities when it related to the specifics of the crime itself?
Yes, and again, she said she sees the pathway where these questions would be going, and she says she's not going to go there.
Appreciating where you want to get to.
Correct.
From your perception, was that logical thought process?
Very.
Shortly after this portion of the video, do you confront her with trying to get information about, hey, there's a boy out there. Help me find him. Help me get him home.
Yes.
Let's jump to that section. 4 hours, 24 minutes, and 29 seconds. And we will play through 4 hours, 32 minutes, and 50 seconds. So about 8 minutes. Judge, I'm not sure if you want to allow Mr. Grusing to step down during this 8-minute portion.
Thanks.
bro, it's like
So starting it at 4 hours, 24 minutes, and 29 seconds.
Oh, and shout out to y'all. Yeah, pathological liar. That's what she is. A bunch of you guys are in the comments like, yeah, that's pathological. Yeah, that's exactly what she is. I feel like the only way she's able to go this long, because I've seen a lot of interviews, a lot of interrogations, they usually last around 2.5 hours. That's the sweet spot. Usually that person's kind of like fatigued at that point. They usually cut it up also, but just the talking back and forth, not just the waiting periods, is like 2.5 hours. This lady can talk for like 4 hours straight on bullshit, just straight lies. She has to be believing some of that, you know what I mean? I think she is a pathological liar. There's no way you could be going that long and not think to yourself like, they have to know that they have to know that this is bullshit, right? And just kind of like shut down. No, she just continues. Yeah, and we're going to see what I mean right here.
And about why would you act like this when there's a boy out there?
I want Gannon home.
Then tell me how to do it.
I want to help you. I don't know. I don't.
But see, that's where easy questions should be easy to answer.
I just said I don't know. That's an easy answer.
The easy answer is tell me the very last time you laid eyes on him. Where was he? Was he laying down? Was he standing up? Was he sitting? Was he walking to a car?
Was he walking to a car? Man, there's so many small details in this fucking trial. It's going to be crazy. But that whole was he walking to a car, we all know that the boy was like fucked up walking toward the car. But, you know, they're playing on all these little different things, trying to get any little information out of her because at this point, she's sticking to her wild story.
Where was? Give me your very last image of Gannon. That's an easy question. You have to remember your last image of Gannon. Leticia, what was he doing? Why would you not answer that?
Because I've given you.
No, you haven't told me exactly what you saw when you saw him for the very last time. Did you see the back of his head? Did you see his face? What was his expression? Did he say goodbye to you? Tell me of your last, you know, I wish I could see in your head right now. Your very last image is there, but you won't tell me. Why won't you tell me?
Because it's nothing bad to
Well,
tell
then
you.
tell me. If it's nothing bad, you would tell me.
Why not just lie? Why is she freezing up right here? Shit. Well, where was the last time you saw Gannon? Maybe she's thinking she said so much shit she can't even remember. So if she says this, that might contradict with something 3 hours ago. You see what I'm saying? Like, when you lie, people, keep it simple. Keep it, like, the truth is usually simple. So lie simple. Don't create a fucking elaborate, crazy story. Like, shit. It's usually simple, so lie that way. It makes no sense to create so many versions of a story that you have to keep up with.
I don't
Please.
have any bad images again.
I didn't say it was bad.
I don't have any.
What's the very last picture of seeing Gannon alive or not alive that you have in your brain?
He is alive. I'm not going
Then
to say
tell
that.
me the last time you saw him. What did you see? Leticia, that's you said earlier.
Okay.
One of y'all called her a vampire woman. I'm gonna throw it up on the screen. That shit you can't unsee. She looks like she came from the vampire pits. Ugly as hell. That's why I don't even understand why he was messing with her. She, like, again, she must have been crazy in other ways, because this chick is not, she's not very flattering either.
Being a good person, you didn't hurt him, you didn't do all this. I'm repeating it back to you. Why could you not tell me then? If all that is true, you know the last time you saw him. What would that hurt to tell me?
No, I don't.
Well, then tell me.
I don't need the answer.
What is wrong with that question?
There's nothing wrong with the question. I've already made it clear that I wasn't going to answer more questions
You've never answered this one.
because you have already predetermined what you want in your brain along with everyone else.
Why do you care about what's in my brain?
So you just asked me about mine.
Yeah, because your brain's the only one that counts here. It doesn't matter what's in my brain. The very last time you saw Gannon, where was he? What was he doing?
Keep in mind, this is your stepmom right here, looking out for you.
Did y'all put a reward
She
out?
she don't want to answer the question because y'all already have it made up in your mind. So I'm just not gonna answer like that's like you could. This is not even a mom. Like, she's not even a proper mom out here. I wonder how she treated her actual daughter, because shit, it must have not been that great. She doesn't even have, like, mother instincts at all.
Can you please answer?
So you automatically have a predetermined thing in your brain.
If you give me something else, I'll go
Yeah,
there.
no, wow.
Why do you care about my brain, Leticia? Yours is the one that matters. What is the last
I
image you
mean,
have?
All these places I've been.
Why don't you answer that question?
Why don't you
I'm just
answer me?
curious.
Have you checked all these places I've been, and where was Gannon? Was he there? Doesn't that have to, like, take it in the brain for a little bit to say?
You're going to live with it for the rest of your life, Leticia.
Yo,
Why
the
don't you
FBI know how to get you. You know you're gonna live with it for the rest of your life, Leticia. Bro is just chilling, feet crossed. You know what I mean, in the suit. Yeah, I do not want to get in. If I ever were to get interviewed by the FBI, I just wouldn't do it, bro. Just get a lawyer, get a public defender. You don't have to have the most money. Like, fuck that. I'm not talking to you. But what's surprising to me is that every single time they interrogate her, she's by herself. Like, she really thinks she's smarter than the FBI. Shit, she's not even smarter than the police, let alone the FBI. You know, once kids get involved, the FBI likes to start poking around and checking shit out. Like, shit. The Darrell Brooks trial, ran over, hit a kid, FBI showed up. Her, Kid went missing, FBI showed up. There's a trend here. So come on, lady. Get a lawyer. It's not very smart of you to go on interview number 3 by yourself. But I feel like she really thought she could finesse it. You know, she lied her whole life. She gaslighted people her whole life. So she was like, fuck it, I could do it with the police too. Like, Gannon's alive. Like, what are you talking about, dog?
Tell me today.
I'm not living with anything horrible in my brain. I'm not.
Okay, well then it should be an easy question.
I've given you the answer.
Of the last time you saw him. No, you haven't.
Exactly. And she can't do it. You know why? Again, 3 hours of bullshit. She can't remember. If she says something, it might trigger a lie from 3 hours previous. So just act like you're tired of hearing the same question.
But I'm afraid it's not the image that you want to be left with.
What? Sir, that's not going to convince me to say something that I didn't do.
Okay, then maybe it is the image. Then tell me. Why else would you not tell me?
Because you keep going with the same question, and if you've already
And you won't answer it.
but you predetermined yourself.
No.
When I thought you were going to help, that was different. But you predetermined yourself.
You didn't tell me what the last thing you saw was, even with your answer there. And that's fine. If you want to tell me the thing with Angel, I
I'm
don't
not going
care.
to say anything other than saying, it will stop everyone. But I will promise you, I won't have to worry about nothing the rest of my life because I didn't do it.
But you did. What's going to come out? That you didn't tell the FBI who took Gannon, if that's your deal? How is that going to shock everybody?
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay.
I didn't think you were guilty until you don't answer the last time you saw him.
Sir, you came in this morning.
No, I did not.
And you automatically thought that. You automatically thought that already.
I was willing to listen if you were going to give me evidence to the contrary. But I have talked to many people who have seen someone disappear. It never goes away. That last image.
Well.
It never goes away, and you've got it in your mind, and you won't tell me.
Right.
There's only one reason you won't tell me.
You're right. People do have, when people do bad things, their images stay in their brain. You're right.
Bad or good. A lot of these dads didn't know when the last time they were going to see their daughter.
I mean.
And they still remember it like it was yesterday, 14 years later.
Oh, yeah.
You remember the last time you saw Gannon.
Yeah.
So tell me what you saw.
Nothing negative.
So tell me what you saw.
I saw nothing negative. I saw nothing with Gannon.
You're not telling me.
I don't understand why she's making this such a big deal. Like, if you've been lying this whole time, why not just continue? Now she's looking super suspect. Like, she refused. What was the last thing you saw? Okay, hold on. Let me think about that question, though. Let's think about it. Like, what was the last thing you saw of Gannon, of your child, before he disappeared or before he was taken, right? That seems like a simple lie to me. Like, I saw him holding his head, like there was blood, right? Okay. Or no, he got burned, right? I saw him holding his arm, and then so-and-so came out and attacked me. I don't know. Like, that seems simple enough. She refuses to answer that question, which just makes her look, you know. What do you guys think? How do you think it makes her look?
Telling me nothing. You're saying nothing.
Okay.
Just tell me what you did see, the positive.
Like, what the fuck?
Where was he? Was he standing?
No, you said tell me what I see. I'm just going to tell you
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt.
how Gannon was.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, so remember, this is after 5 tries. I think it was like 5 tries. What's the last thing you saw about Gannon? What's the last thing you saw? What's the last thing you saw? And finally, she's answering. Come on, bro. I would just end the interview. Like, bitch, you're lying. Like, I'm tired of this shit. Just take it to court. That's all we need. I feel like the extra 2 hours was just them making extra sure she went to jail.
Gannon, nothing was wrong with Gannon. Gannon was happy. Gannon is my favorite stepchild. My favorite. I know everybody says they have favorites and things like that, or say not really necessarily favored or whatever, but he was.
Do you remember how we talked earlier? Remember how we talked earlier about when I ask you a question and you go around?
I'm not, but I'm not answering that question for
You're saying, you're giving me qualities of Gannon. You're not saying what you saw. You're saying he's a favorite stepson.
Sir.
What did you see?
Yeah.
Was he standing or sitting?
I didn't do anything to Gannon.
I didn't say you did. I
I
said your
hate
last
this lady.
memory.
Okay, well, I didn't do anything to Gannon, so.
Do you have it in your mind right now?
Like, was she on something, bro? Like, how do you, if you don't want to answer the question, say you're not going to answer and stand on it. This lady's trying to be like, oh, he's my favorite stepson. I would never do nothing to him. I was like, bro, it's like the most obvious shit that you did something to him. You're saying it over and over that you didn't. Like, it doesn't take a psychologist to realize that this chick is batshit crazy. Again, I don't know what the fuck. That man, what's his name? Al Stauch or Stauch? No, it's Stauch. I know it's Stauch. I don't know what he saw in her marrying this lady, but yo, she must have been doing something right. But the brain was definitely not it. Because she is a loopy fucking person to think that we would believe this shit.
For the last time.
Oh, well, it's not going to be the last time, but.
The last time you saw him. Do you
Not
have
gonna
that?
be the last
Do you
time.
have that picture in your mind?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
I know you're really good at what you do. I
Of course he
appreciate
is.
that.
He's the fucking FBI.
I know that, but I didn't do this.
But why don't you tell me the answer to that question?
Because you
It's
want.
not-
Why would
I'm
I
not con-
answer questions for you?
But that is not a hard question to answer. I'm not saying did you kill him. I'm not saying did you put him in a forest. I'm not saying did you put him in a dumpster. This is just your last image. You've got to have it.
My images are happy lives. That's what it
That's
always
what you
be.
see in your brain.
Okay. Well, see, now you know my brain.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
You have an image of the last time you saw Gannon.
Okay.
Yep.
If you didn't
It's
hurt
screaming in her face right now. Come on, you do something fucked up. That shit stays with you for a minute. You know that picture of whatever the hell she did is right there in her brain. And I think he's messing with her. He knows she's not really gonna answer that question. But the way he keeps saying, like, I know that image doesn't go away. That image doesn't go away. And it's true, it don't go away. He's just trying to get her to break, I feel like, psychologically. Look at the room. The questions. This room is literally a 4x4. Like, it's not the most comfortable
What do you mean,
environment.
what you
He's
tell
trying
me?
to break her mental.
I already told you I didn't hurt it.
I know, but if you didn't, why would that image be a problem for you?
No, I don't have a problem with anything.
Then tell me. I'm not accusing you of anything, Leticia. Just tell me the last time you saw him.
Come on, Leticia. We all love you.
At the very beginning, I'm sorry.
Not up yet.
Oh.
You can go ahead.
I'm going to ask the empty chair, Judge.
Okay.
The voice from behind me would have been interesting. Mr. Grusing, at the very beginning of this portion of the video, you start out with easy questions and easy answers. What was your purpose of that statement?
What do you mean? Easy questions, easy answers?
Well, easy questions should be easy to answer, basically.
Yeah, again, if she's saying that she's innocent of this, then the questions that I'm asking should be very easy for her to answer.
Super.
Did she give you any of these easy answers?
No.
Again, like what I say, the truth is usually the most simple answer. It shouldn't be hard to fucking answer something. Like, you know, the truth is like, yeah, I killed him. No, I didn't kill him. You know, how did you not kill him? Boom, 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 in the story. How did you kill him? Boom, 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 in the story. Like, it's not the hardest shit ever. So the elaborate shit and the burns and the carpet being replaced and the extra blood that was there already before they moved in, it's too James Bond. That's why that's fiction, and real life is a lot more straightforward.
Again, here, it appears that you're sort of pushing back when she's saying, well, what's in your mind? Did she appear to be throughout this entire interview preoccupied with what other people were thinking about her?
Yes, and that was consistent with the phone calls. And what I'm trying to keep her from doing is manipulating her answer to see what I want to hear. I just want to hear what she knows to be true.
This whole issue about did you all put out a reward, that kind of stuff. This entire section, was this another example of her deflecting away from the thrust of information you're trying to gather?
Yes.
Right after this, does she then actually challenge you about, are you going to find Gannon?
Yes.
All right, let's watch that portion. Basically, from this section on through 4 hours, 35 minutes, and 56 seconds.
4 hours and 35 minutes. Holy shit. Listen, man, I get fed up when bullshit is being fed to me. So the fact that he stayed in there for 4 hours just getting fed bullshit is crazy to me. Crazy. He has patience. But at the end of the day, I don't think he really gives a fuck because he doesn't even care about her or Gannon or anybody. He's just in there getting his paycheck. This is like a psychological study for him. And he's like, oh, how fascinating. You know what I mean? There's no personal connection. There's no real empathy for either side. I feel like he just solely does not care. And he's just doing this because it's interesting. Obviously, it's his job. That's the vibe I'm getting off of him. So maybe you can do that for 4 hours if you just don't give a fuck,
So just a couple minutes. So if you're okay sitting there so I don't ask an empty chair questions.
This is an easy question compared to all the other ones we've done.
Oh,
Please.
are you gonna find him?
Yes.
Well, I would rather spend our time doing that because I don't have him. I didn't do anything with him, to him, or hurt him. And I appreciate all your work.
You
on
can
the
help
missing
us
case.
more than anybody on this planet. You can help me right now find Gannon. Let's start with the one question I asked you.
I don't
Why?
trust anymore for you because
Well, just tell me why you don't want to answer that.
I've already, it doesn't matter. I can tell you I last saw Gannon when I went to the store this morning, and it could be legit true, and you would still be like,
It could be legit true. Why not just say the fucking truth? Who cares if he believes or not? You're going to court at this point. So just say the truth so that the jury could decide. He's not judging you. Again, he doesn't give a fuck about you or your son or your stepson, I should say. He's just there to do his little questioning. He knows you're lying. Like, bro, just lie some more. I don't understand why she doesn't just keep lying. Like, just lie a little bit more. It's not going to change anything at this point.
I mean,
I will be able to tell if you say what he's wearing, or not even what he's wearing, how he was walking, you will remember this. And just you not answering it means you remember it.
no, it doesn't.
Exactly.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you now are a psychologist.
No, behavior analysis.
Okay, good. I'm glad you have behavior analysis.
Wait, what did you say about psychology?
And just you know.
Like, come on, sweetheart. This is the FBI. You don't think you went to college for like every behavioral science there is? Like, come on.
It's true, and you would still be like, he was not in. I mean,
I will be able to tell if you say what he's wearing, or not even what he's wearing, how he was walking, you will remember this. And just you not answering it means you remember it.
no, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you now are a psychologist.
Oh, she was like, I'm glad that you now are a psychologist. Guess what? She's a dumbass, yo. Never mind. I'm not even going to say it. She's a dumbass. Come on.
No, behavior analysis.
Okay, good. I'm glad you have behavior analysis. Okay.
He's interviewing you as a criminal interrogator. Yes, he knows a lot about psyche. You could call him a psychologist more than likely. Like, come on.
I appreciate you having me here. What else do you want me to say or do? I mean, what else?
So you don't want to answer that one.
I don't want to tell you anything else because
Why?
I-
If it helps find Gannon, why would you not tell?
because you already predetermined.
I didn't say you
What
heard him
you
or
think-
anything. I think you know where he is, though.
You already predetermined this. You have.
The scene does tell the story,
Okay,
yes.
so if that's your story, then I'm not going to keep saying anything because I know that is not the case. So if I keep saying anything to you, you're just going to keep blah, 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 blah about it. And I've been nothing but respectful to you. So I'm trying
You
to
have-
remain. I'm trying to remain respectful to you.
Who gives a fuck about respect? If I tell you some more, you're just gonna blah 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 about it. This is not somebody who lost their stepson and is trying to find them. She hated that kid. He must have really, I don't know what he did to her or what his existence caused for her, but she was not vibing with Gannon at all. Ever. She must have hated that kid from like the start. And she was like, man, that fucking kid, fuck that kid. I swear, it had to be. You don't do something like that. I could see if it was even like in the moment. This shit doesn't even feel like she was mad and accidentally hurt him in the moment. It seems like she just didn't fuck with him and decided, to do what she did.
Overall, because I don't have any disrespect for you. I don't treat people like that. But putting me in a situation where I'm like saying to you, I cannot say anything else because you've expressed you predetermined what you think. You've already done that. So no matter what I say, I legit could take you right to Gannon and he would be standing there and you would still say to me, well, that's not him. Or you would say something else. Just
Do you know how good that would be for you?
Oh, trust me. Yes.
Then why do you care what
You
I
know
think?
how good that would be for me? Absolutely.
Why do you care what I think? You should not care at all what I think.
Exactly. I just said that.
You said I wouldn't think. If you could take us to Gannon right now, that
So, this idea where she's saying she doesn't have him, did you later learn that that was actually a true statement
Yes,
because of where Gannon was ultimately found?
correct.
Later on in this interview, did you confront her with her ability to dodge questions and spin stories?
Yes.
All right, let's jump to that section at 4 hours and 39 minutes and 33 seconds.
Oh, the lawyer did all the cutting for me. We're still going to do that 4-hour interview. And I'm going to cut it down to about an hour because these are just super highlights, but there's a lot more to it. I was watching it the other night and I was like, damn, this, like, she is actually believing her bullshit.
Bless you. And we will play through 4 hours and 46 minutes and 21 seconds. So about 7 minutes if he's allowed to come down, Judge.
Up to him.
I think I can handle it this time.
Okay.
you got away with spinning stories and dodging questions your whole life.
So now you know me my whole life.
I can look back a little bit. I don't know you when you were 5 or 13 or 16. But I think something bad happened and you've been able to avoid trouble. But that doesn't happen in this case.
Okay, sir.
These stories that you told are much worse for you than if you had just said, the best thing you could have said is, Gannon just went, and that's it. I'm not saying anything else.
Yeah, what I tell you, bro, I swear to God. He said the best thing you could have said is Gannon just walked away, and I don't know shit. Why? Because that's the most simple thing, and you'll remember that. This fucking crazy lady explained the world to us, and it still didn't make sense. You know that shit's a lie. Like, he's actually telling her what she should have said. Imagine that. You're fucked. Yeah, you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
But you describing all these injuries to him, even to us today, is awful.
There's not injuries like that.
Yes, you talked about it. His head.
There's all the time. You raise children and they never got hurt. Like they never.
Not all on the last day they're seen alive.
You're making it out to be like some whatever. That's not even how it was.
Tell me how it was.
Gannon and I are very close. Okay?
No,
But see, that's what you don't do. You say generalizations when I ask you, how was it? And
why? I don't even know what you're asking me.
the injury that caused that pool in the corner. It's not a little scratch on his
Okay, why
head.
don't you test it and see what day it came from? If that's what you're telling me, why don't you test it and see what day?
So it didn't happen on Monday.
No, I'm
It happened on
asking you.
Saturday.
I'm asking you. You are the one who are telling me, no matter what I say, you're telling me it's your way or no way. So why don't you tell me?
Well, I'm saying it's a significant enough injury that he was not going to be normal after that.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's what they told me.
Okay, well, that is awful that people aren't normal after anything like that.
It's a significant
Because I had
injury.
puddles of blood. Remember that I had
We're not
puddles of
talking
blood.
about you. We're talking
I
about
know
11.
that I did. And then-
We're not talking about you. We're talking about an 11-year-old. Fuck, he was 11. Losing that much blood, that small, yeah. I would say he's not really going to be the same after that. At this point, they don't even know where he is. She's saying he's alive. Everybody knows that boy is dead. And she's over like, oh, he's alive, and I'm never going to have to work ever again in my life. Why? Because I withheld information about it. Say he was alive and well at his auntie's house, and he got burned, and it was actually blood from the burn, and he's fine. He's just over at auntie's house or whatever. You're gonna get paid, and you're never gonna have to work again for withholding that info. You're crazy. You're probably still gonna go to jail for obstructing something. I don't know. I'm sure they would send her for something. In that case, everybody knows he's not alive though.
there was no significant injury that I died.
Do you not find that coincidental?
Right.
The
What?
blood on the wall and by his bed.
The
and on the
blood,
mattress.
the blood that you or your team allowed people to be in the house.
That has no
Okay.
bearing on it.
Okay, well, if it doesn't, then okay.
It doesn't.
Okay, so, okay. Maybe check one of them.
Are you ready to tell me?
Maybe check one of them. Because
I bet you they can tell me the last time they saw Gannon,
that's
even
not-
though it was
that's not
months
the
before.
question.
I bet Al can tell you the last time he saw Gannon, even though he didn't know that was going to be the last time. I guarantee you he's got an image of Gannon. Did you were the last time with Leticia?
Okay.
What do I need to say to help you? I'm serious.
You do not want to help me.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. You want me to tell you what you want to hear. That's what you want.
No.
Yes.
I have never wanted people to tell me what I want to hear. If it doesn't lead me to finding Gannon or the truth of this matter, I could care less what it is. Like I said, most of the time, I'm wrong. I have to have people like you tell me the truth. You didn't have.
Yo, bro is a straight shark. He smells the blood in the water. She is, man, listen, the amount of stress on this fucking lady right now, shit.
Anything to hide, you tell me your last
Don't
image of me.
have anything to hide.
Then tell me. That's not a guilt or innocence question. Just your last image of Gannon. Okay, now you don't have to tell me the last time you saw him, just your last image in your head.
Hmm.
What's the last image in your head you have of him? No?
Um,
Or was he?
yeah, you said that's image. That's the image.
I mean, was he
gave you.
sitting? Is he standing? Is he laying down? What's he doing?
Walking
Towards you or away from you?
away.
Yeah.
You had no.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was that was the FBI interrogation, the highlights, you know what I mean? But yeah, the agent, outstanding job, complete psychologist. I don't know, she was like, "Oh, so you know psychology now?" Like, yeah, bro, he's an FBI interrogator. But I hope you guys enjoyed that, man. We're gonna come back with some more crazy shit from Miss Stauch. I hope I'm saying that right. Shout out, what's her name? I forgot your name, but you made it very known that you want me to say it right. So I'm gonna start saying Stauch properly. Anyways, folks, I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Shout out my Patreon members, shout out my YouTube members, my damn YouTube subscribers. Appreciate you guys for checking in every single day. And yeah, I'm gonna see you in the next one. I'm out of here.